Kristen. So he's just launched his pilot program aiming to employ panhandlers, has for the first time convened with mayors all across our state, and is helping the city prepare for the Balloon Fiesta, which, believe it or not, is already next week. Lots going on in and around the city here in Albuquerque. Right now, Mayor Barry is super busy. How are you doing?
It's awesome.
How did you, get some time to come talk to us this morning?
Well, I appreciate you having us on because it gives us a chance to connect to the community, and it's a great program.
So let's talk about the Better Way van.
Sure.
The program launched, what, a couple of weeks ago?
A couple months ago, we started a campaign called There's a Better Way. And we're trying to get people to understand is if you hand $5 out of your window to a panhandler, that person could maybe buy a fast food meal today. That same $5 could get them 7 meals next week at a shelter, or 20 people could get food with that same $5 at Roadrunner Food Bank. So let's have this collective impact. We're asking people to go to donateabq.org rather than handing money to panhandlers because it's dangerous. So on top of that, we actually started a van called the Better Way van. So now we go around, and if we see panhandlers on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we pick them up. We take them to St. Martin's. They get $9 an hour. They go out in the community. They work together, pulling weeds, picking up trash, making our community more beautiful. And then we connect them to services, whether it's substance abuse services, mental health services, whatever it is that's between them and getting in a stabilized lifestyle. So it's working great.
We actually went out with you guys. I believe it was on the second day that you guys did this. And there were a lot of people that were willing to do it.
You know, it's interesting. When somebody has a sign that says we'll work, you wonder sometimes if that's really true. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes people are scamming us. But we have no problem getting people into the van each time, and then we get them to St. Martin's, we feed them a lunch, and then most importantly, they get the dignity of work for the day, but they also get a chance to connect with services in our community because there's many services here for food, shelter, services, and it's just a good way to connect people, and I think in a really positive way, and then discuss with our community. If you want to help, go to donateabq.org. It's better than handing $1 out the window.
Let's talk about, you said it was a success. How many people have donated? How much money have you guys received? And how many people are on board to work?
Well, so far we've had about 3,000 people call those 311 signs and ask, I do need some help with some food or some shelter. So the connection side of the community has been great. We're trying to steer people into the Donate ABQ. It goes through the United Way. They don't take any administrative costs. We had a couple $1,000s in there recently, but that continues to trickle in. So we're trying to get our community to think about donating to that. And then of course when we go out with a van, people really are very willing to say, yeah, I'll go work for the day. It's $9 an hour cash, and it's just with a better way.
And I think it's pretty interesting. I don't think we've ever had an approach like this before here in the city of Albuquerque.
We have people from around, I think Santa Fe's already called us about the program, like our Heading Home project where we had the homeless being housed. We've had, Anaheim, California, Lexington, Kentucky. All these cities around the country, I think, are going to start looking at this and say, wow, maybe we could have a little bit better positive approach in our communities and take people at their word, and if they need some help, let's all work together. Absolutely.
And speaking about reaching out to other communities, you recently met with mayors across the state.
I convened the first of its kind Mayors Conference. I do this through Yale University for mayors around the country. I'll have mayors from all over the United States in Albuquerque in a week or two to talk about entrepreneurship. So we thought, why not do it for New Mexico? There's 105 mayors in New Mexico.
Wow.
So we invited them, and almost half came. It was unbelievable. So the mayor of Santa Fe came. We had the mayor of Farmington. We had the mayor of Elida. When you're watching the weather tonight, check out where Elida is.
Find out where it's at.
It's down by Portales. Very small community. Maxwell has 9 streets. That mayor came.
Wow.
And we just talked about things that all of us, public safety, getting more police officers. That's a common problem around the state of New Mexico. Working with our state legislators, and really, instead of having one voice each, let's have a collective voice as mayors and say, we're trying to add jobs in our communities. We're trying to fix up our main streets. We're trying to make sure we have enough police and firefighters on the job. We need the help of the legislature. Let's just get together and try to boost all of our communities.
Now, I know, a big city like Albuquerque, you have a lot of backing. You have a lot of people supporting you, but for smaller cities, do you think it helps them to have bigger city mayors
I was a state legislator for 2 terms, and one of the things I remember is we just didn't connect with the mayors enough, in my opinion. And the mayors didn't do a great job of reaching out because they didn't have a caucus, so we started a mayor's caucus. So individually, mayors were doing good, but let's do better if we go up there together. So if Albuquerque can talk with a smaller community and have common interest, that's really going to help, because a lot of times in Santa Fe, it's not just Republicans versus
That's
Democrats.
true.
It's urban versus rural.
That's
so let's
true.
build some goodwill. Let's get Albuquerque in a position where we can help other communities if we have resources. It's just the right thing to do.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let us know how that turns out.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Balloon Fiesta right around the corner.
Yes.
Economically, how do you expect it to impact Albuquerque?
It's like having the Super Bowl in your town every 2 years.
That's true.
Unbelievable. We are so blessed to have this. And, you know, Gathering of Nations, Balloon Fiesta, these great events that only you can see in Albuquerque, New Mexico,
Right.
really helps put us on the map. So we have a lot of our city staff, solid waste, fire, police, all the people that are there to keep us safe, make sure that the park, you know, it works well, that traffic works as well as it can when you have
Right.
100,000 people converging.
You guys are doing Park and Ride again?
We do Park and Ride. That's absolutely the best way to see this. So if you go on, there's lots of websites you can go on. I'm sure you'll have it as well for the Park and Ride. It's the
Absolutely.
best way to do it. So we're looking forward to it.
I want to thank you so much for joining us again, Mayor.
We'll see you at the Balloon Fiesta.
You
I know
bet.
you guys are always out
Oh,
there.
I will be there for
Yeah,
sure.
It'll be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't forget, Park and Ride is a really safe and easy way to get to Balloon Fiesta.
It's by far the best way.
Absolutely. So if you want a recap of our interview, go to our website, KRQE.com. We'll also have more details about the Park and Ride situation there. We'll be right back. Thanks again.
Good to see you.
Yeah.